Hello everybody, here we are again. We have another press conference for you guys. Welcome to the Mental Conditioning Gym online membership second press conference, but today we're going to be talking about our group training session. This feels to me, there's a lot of excitement in the air. First of all, I want to say thank you to everybody who came out. I know this was a short time frame for you guys to come out, but we got a pretty packed room of people in here that are excited about it, just as I am. This feels to me like a very big announcement for a big pay-per-view fight that has that feeling for it. The energy is in the room. You guys packed it in and made me feel like let's get ready to go. So why are we all excited about this? What's this really all about? So Mental Conditioning Gym online membership is getting to the point where we are growing. I'm very excited about it. We're getting fighters coming into the gym each and every day. They're adding to the value. They're giving me different concepts. They're giving me different ideas for the portal. As the portal itself is growing, different concepts are going in there because of you. I mean, each and every day, there's always going to be a very difficult matchup for us, very difficult challenges for us. And that's where we have to make sure that we're doing the training, and we're doing that training in the Mental Conditioning Gym online membership. But here's something that has been promised, and it's time to do it. And again, I'm very excited about this opportunity to get into the group session. And let me tell you something. Here comes a battle. Here comes a fight. When you get to this point of training, you want to be able to go and display the work that we've been doing. And this is just part of the battle. We're going to get into some great training as a group. What are we talking about here? I got to go back to the basics a little bit about mental conditioning itself. I'm very big on family. A lot of the foundation of what we do, believe it or not, is family. Even when I don't talk about it in that light, a lot of it is based on family, because one of the four principles is big picture. If you cannot walk in life identifying a big picture, we're all going to crash. And most of us, that big picture in somehow, some way related to our family. A lot of times it's parenting. We have our children. That's the reason why we keep marching forward. When we're tired, that's the reason why we keep going. When we don't feel like going to work, that's why we get that job. That's why we stay on that job. We have our parents that are still in our lives. As our parents start to age, we have to be the ones to take care of them. As children, you know what? We have a responsibility to make sure that our parents are proud of us. So even the young ones are not excluded from this particular situation. So what do we mean when we tighten it up and talking about this group session in the Mental Conditioning Gym online membership group session? I'm trying to contain myself because the fighters that are coming into the gym, they are working extremely hard. And from that, this group session has started. So I had to kind of tighten up the reins just a little bit to say, well, where are we going to start with this? There's so many different spots I just gave you that I could have started. But I said, you know what? Let me kind of start where we left off, just in the Mental Conditioning Gym itself, where our last event that we did was actually for the men up at Fighters Heaven, Muhammad Ali's camp. So I said, let me start there again. Let me start that process again with the guys. And also, you know, so many different things that I have seen from the fighters that are coming into the gym, males and females. And also just a lot of things that I see on social media that's causing a lot of unrest, and I think just non-clarity. We're going to get an opportunity to address that. Here we go in this first group session together. But I got something special for you to add to this first group session. But let me first put the particulars on the table. It's just like you got the two fighters on both sides of me, and I got to announce it. But let's get that on the table. Again, we're going to tighten it up. We're going to talk about our men, but also going to talk about marriage. We're talking about marriage and our guys. Quality married men. What's the job description for that? That's going to be our challenge. That's going to be the challenge that's on the table. That's going to be the fight that's on the table. Quality married men, what's your job description? There's a lot of different things that have been going on just in social media, just in the topics of conversations. You do hear that a lot, these topics of conversation, but we train a little bit different. We spar a little bit different. Remember one thing, we spar and we train for clarity. We don't spar and train for arguments. We don't spar and train for dispute. We spar and train for clarity. And so that's why I'm really excited to be able to get it on. And this definitely feels like a pay-per-view event, because I know that the work is going to be solid. The work is going to get done. But here's the extra piece that I told you. It's a little surprise for you, because this is going to be a 3-for-1 deal. Right off of that topic that we have, we're talking about quality men, the job description, we're not going to just end it there, because we're going to start this week. This first group session is starting October the 8th. It's going to be on Zoom. We'll send out the Zoom information. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but we are ready to go with that. But we're going to add 2 more elements to that. 1 week after that, October the 15th, we're going to add the ladies. I know the ladies are out there. What's going on? We're going to add you guys. But we're going to stick with the same particular challenge. Quality married men, what's the job description? Now, I know people jumping up now, getting some excitement because we got 2 pieces of the puzzle there. We got our guys, they're going to come in here and put some description on that. We're going to write their contracts up. And we're going to have the ladies that come in there after that. And they're going to say, quality married men, what is the job description? This is the discussion that needs to be had. Let me back it up and say that this is the work that needs to be done. This is the work that we avoid doing with clarity. We have these conversations all the time, but we're going to do it differently here. We're going to show you how to really do this thing, to be able to train our minds for clarity, to be able to push forward, not just for frivolous conversation, but we're training for clarity to be able to push forward together and in unions. And we're going to test that. I always tell you, you will be tested. And we're going to test that October the 22nd, where we're going to have the men and the women both on the same Zoom call, and we're going to really get it on, but at the same time, we're going to be training for clarity. I am very excited about this 3-part series. We need you to sign up because, listen, if you ain't in it, you cannot have any clarity. You cannot push your questions. You cannot push your mindset to be able to say, you know what, this is what I got on the table. I need answers. If you ain't in it, you can't win it. So have an opportunity to be able to win. You need to be able to get in there and get it on. I'm very, very excited about this opportunity to have everybody join us for those 3 dates. Write them down. We got our men, October the 8th. October the 15th, we're going to have our women, and we're going to have everybody in the room come October the 22nd to be able to get it on. You can come in any one of the rooms that you want. Obviously, you have to be a male to be in the room with the men. You have to be a female to be in the room with the female. But on that 3rd session, if you're not comfortable with that, we're not going to force anybody to do that. But I would recommend, again, that you're in the room for that. I'm going to not keep you guys here long. So I'm going to open up the floor to any questions. I said over the next couple of days, day and a half till we get to Wednesday, I'm going to be putting up just different things, different food for thought to really, really put some seasoning out there to get everybody going. And we're going to do this together. If you have any things that you want to put on the table that we want to discuss, put it out there and let's go. And for right now, let me put it out there for the questions on the floor. What do you guys got? Give it to me. Ron.
What's going on, man? How you doing?
What's up, Ron? How you doing, man?
I'm good.
Thanks for coming, brother.
Man. How do I sign up for this?
Oh, good. So you can definitely go to the Mental Conditioning Gym .com, www.mentalconditioninggym.com, and you're going to see the events tab. You're going to go in there, and you'll be able to sign up for this particular group session. Now, if there's any questions with that, you can direct message me. And I'll get back to you. If you're having any type of trouble, I know, listen, sometimes people go, and I know I'm one of those type of people. Sometimes you go on and you're like, I don't see exactly what he said. No problem. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. Go ahead and just direct message me, and then I'll get back to you, and we'll get that done. Next question. Sammy.
Thank you. How you doing, sir?
Good, man. How you doing?
My question for today is, do you have to be a member of the gym?
So I think I might have mentioned that a little bit earlier, but that's very, very important. That's a great question. No, we are still growing. As I said, the Mental Conditioning Gym online membership, I'm happy with the progress. We're getting fights that are coming in, and the fights that are coming in, I want to give them a shout out and kudos to them because they're training extremely hard and they're pushing the levels on the Mental Conditioning Gym online membership. But there's a long way to go. And I want to be able to get more members in there. And I realize this is such a new concept that most people don't understand. So that's why I need you, as I said, to have an opportunity to win it. You got to be in it. So go ahead, and we're going to have open training session. We're going to have this session is going to be open to members and non-members. So everybody, that applies. You're going to go to www.mentalconditioninggym.com under the events tab, and you're going to be able to sign up to it, whether you're a member or not. But be clear, this is not going to go on much longer. We're going to do this for this particular session, and we'll take it from there and make another decision. Next question.
Thank you. Yo, over here. Yo, one more. Right here.
All right, over here. Again, Tommy?
Listen, I just have one question, simple question. Do you have to speak? Because, for some people, it's just uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. So, I always encourage people to, again, get their thoughts together as they are training. And participation is always the best thing. But at the same time, for some people, this is a mindset thing. And we're going to go to the principle number 1. And principle number 1 is self-evaluation. So I leave that up to you. If I stress that, then I have to preach that and I have to follow that rule. And self-evaluation is going to allow me to say, you know what? If you want to come there and just listen, that's exactly what I want you to do. Because I want, again, everybody to come there to train for clarity. So if clarity for you is, you know what, I need to just kind of sit here and listen to this. I've been in that position before where I'm in rooms, I'm like, I really don't want to say nothing because I'm trying to hear and gather my information so I can have clarity. So when I get out of here or when I get into the actual ring, when I actually get tested, I am ready to go. So yes, to answer your question, you don't have to say anything. If you feel as though you want to say something, I don't want anybody to be discouraged from doing that, because that's one of the big things that I take very seriously in my gym is I want everybody to be comfortable to get the work done. And whatever that means, it means. If it means you're sitting there and being quiet and listening, that's exactly what we want you to do. So we want everybody to train for clarity. I'll take one more. Tina.
Hey, Coach, how you doing?
I'm doing all right.
So I have a question for you. Why are the guys going first? Why not the ladies?
I knew that.
I'm just saying, Coach.
Good. I knew that was going to come up. I am a guy of chivalry, and so I normally do ladies first. But in this particular situation, you know what? I really kind of went into the gym and kind of thought about it and said, you know, I want to get the most out of the training, and I want to make this the most effective training that I can possibly make it. And so I said, you know what? Because this is about married men, quality married men, I wanted to give them an opportunity to put everything on the table first. Because one of the things that we have trained on many times up at Muhammad Ali's gym, and one of the things that we say about men is that men suffer in silence. And we're really trying to beat that. We're really trying to get around and train our men to not do that, to put it on the table. That's why I'm encouraging, particularly our men, to really come out this Wednesday and put it on the table. All you guys out there that are going through a lot of things in your marriages, and that's, I want to say this too and say this very, very clearly. Just because you're going through things doesn't mean that you're headed for divorce. It doesn't mean necessarily that you're unhappy. But there are things that, particularly as men, that we need to get on the table just to gain clarity for us, to make us better and to make our marriages better and to help our wives, make that union together better. So I want to be clear about that. And so I want to put that on the table, and I want the men to be able to put that on the table, put that food on the table. So when Tina and the girls tune in that following week on the 15th, they're going to be able to eat it up. And I know that you will. Tina is ready. She's going to ask me another one follow-up.
Okay, one more follow-up question. Is it just married men for this event and married women? Who's supposed to be there?
Good. So, no, it's not going to be. I mean, listen, we're looking for people who will certainly have some sort of experience with marriage. So that can certainly be somebody who is engaged. That can be somebody who's in a very serious relationship. Again, looking to take that next step to be engaged. That's going to be prudent information. Also, we're looking for people who are divorced, because they have great information about what we're going to be talking about. They have great insight as to, or maybe obviously it didn't work out, but they have great insight into, what's a quality married man. And for them, maybe they feel like, I feel like I am, and I was not being taken care of in the way that I felt like I should have been, or given that title in my home. That's why they got divorced. So we definitely want them to be in the studio. We even may have people in there who have lost their significant others, and they had a great partner, but they have something to be able to offer, something to be able to give. So we're not necessarily looking for somebody who's never been in a serious relationship, but at the same time, as Sammy asked me earlier, you know what? You can be there and just be a fly on the wall and kind of listen for your future. So that's okay. But we're really encouraging people who have, marital experience or really looking to get into that realm of being married. Or again, if you have unfortunately past that stage of being married for whatever the reason, that's who we're looking to have in the building. I'm gonna have to cut it short. No more questions for the day. But again, as I said, I know you had one, Ron, but I know you had a follow-up, Ron, but I'll get to you. I'll talk to you off camera. We want to definitely, in a day and a half, I want to make sure that I'm going to get off here right now, and I want to make sure that I can start pushing the information out there for everybody to join. But again, www.mentalconditioninggym.com, and you're going to go into the events tab, and you'll be able to find out. If you can't do it, I'm right there on Instagram. Direct message me. If you got my personal phone number, or somebody who has my personal phone number, give me a call. We make sure that everybody's taken care of. But thank you everybody for coming. Thank you.